Okay, ready to go.
Okay, just let me share my screen and off we go. Thank you, everyone. Thank you for joining us for this session. I hope wherever you are, you're having a wonderful week. All right. I think we just had like a couple of days off, and I think that basically long weekend, if you want, all right, has been a much appreciated relief. So I'd like to start off the session by showing something that is dear to me. I always believe that you can and you are halfway there. Essentially, what Theodore Roosevelt says, the belief in your mind, in your thoughts, and so forth is extremely powerful, right? If you do it correctly, you are really halfway there, right? And in many ways, AI is that if you believe AI can help you, you're halfway there. But of course, not everyone believes in that. And hopefully, in this session, that you get to strengthen that belief system. Okay. And I've got a nice little video to share. All right.
Hello, partners. I'm here to share our excitement about Microsoft Ignite and invite you to join us in person in Chicago, Illinois, or online on November 18th through the 22nd so that you can hear the latest Microsoft news and announcements about new technology, features, tools, and solutions. Since the debut of Ignite in Chicago in 2015, it's been one of Microsoft's premier annual flagship events, showcasing the latest innovation, product updates, and breakthroughs across our ecosystem. This year, in addition to the in-person experience in Chicago, we're offering online experiences to each participant with unique and invaluable opportunities to learn, connect, and explore. In follow-up to the MCAP Start for Partners event in July, at Ignite, we're planning an incredible lineup with presenters that include a diverse community of experts and enthusiasts to share insights, knowledge, and the best way for you to succeed with Microsoft. At Ignite, our attendees will have access to other partners, customers, and Microsoft leaders. You'll hear keynotes from Microsoft leaders that will focus on the differentiated value and your opportunity with the Microsoft Cloud and the latest innovation for AI transformation. We'll also have partner sessions where you can learn more about the Microsoft AI Cloud Partner Program updates. This will include skilling, investments, and go-to-market. And of course, we'll have so many technology sessions on each of the Microsoft solution areas to keep you and your teams up to the leading edge of technology and innovation. For our Partner of the Year award winners, we'll also have a special celebration in Chicago to congratulate each of you and look ahead to continued success together. Registration is live now. We expect the in-person event experience to sell out very quickly. Whether you want to join in person or online, please register at the link in this blog post quickly. I look forward to seeing all of you at Ignite.
For those of you who are new to this event, it's like what this individual said, it's the flagship event. In fact, it's probably the biggest Microsoft event in the calendar. All right. So there will be an online version. Since the pandemic, they've had online version. So the online version, although not as intense as the physical, but still very good. So go to ignite.microsoft.com. So check it out. I want to encourage all of you, although it mentions partners, but it's not limited to partners only. Meaning if you are in user organization and so forth, it's equally good. Now, I'm sure some of you know that we also have this TTT session, we call it AI is fun, and that's happening tomorrow, right, Lorraine? Um, yeah,
Yep, yep, yep.
Yes,
yeah,
yes, we're
remind me.
having it tomorrow.
Yeah, at the midday, right, 12 p.m. to 1 p.m. So hopefully you can join us, all right, and learn more about AI. I think AI, as as an area in IT or in technology, if you want, it's a very fun area, right? So I hope all of you find that. Of course, we also have a channel, a YouTube channel. So please do go back and look at all the previous sessions that we had for AI is fun. Of course, we have this session today, right, the 17th of September, right, with Microsoft Copilot. Now, all of these sessions from the past, if you want, for I don't know how many months or maybe more than a year now, we've been recording them and so forth, including this session. So they've also been uploaded to this particular YouTube channel. So do go and check it out. All right. Now, to start off, the piece on my side is I wanted you guys to have a guess to tell which is real and which is an AI generated image, one or two. Anyone? You can put it into the chat window, all right, or you can unmute and speak up. Both equally good. They're so good these days, isn't it? It's almost impossible to tell. Right?
Yeah.
So the answer for this one is number two. Right? Just looking at it, you can't tell. It's most of the time, even for myself, I'm guessing. All right. And so happened that when I got this, I guessed this one correct. How about this one? One or two? Which one is real? Not easy, is it? Who says it's one? Anyone?
Me. One is real, I think.
Okay. Ridwan says it's one. Anyone else? For one, like Ridwan? Let me have a look at the chat window. One is real. Okay. Lorraine says it's one. Okay. Very good. Very good. How about the rest? Don't be shy. We want to make this fun as well. So my team is awesome, man. So one is the right one for this particular set of pictures. Okay. Now, so what are the latest updates that we can look into, right? I'm sure most of you know that Copilot is found in these 5 places, at least for the free version. Okay, I want you to check them out. So bing.com/chat, right? I use this quite a bit on the phone as well as the Edge sidebar, right? Meaning when you go to the browser, all right, let me just pop up the browser for you. Let me see, where's my browser? Yes, there it is. Okay. So you have Copilot. Okay, so most of you know this, right? So this bar here. Okay, so that's the sidebar, as they call it. This is particularly good when you want to summarize PDFs, which you open up with the Edge browser, for example. Okay. Now, of course, you have the Edge app. That's one of my favorite as well. Right? And of course, in Windows, for those of you who have got the latest Windows update, right, patches for Windows, finally you have the Copilot in the taskbar. You can see mine, all right, just right next to this here. Okay. So Copilot is there already, and of course Copilot.microsoft.com. Okay, so go check out those. Now I saw this article on the Star Online that was quite interesting. It says when faking it becomes so easy, it's actually quite scary because these days it's almost impossible to tell. All right, with free AI and deepfake software, sometimes even politics, all right, can be threatened. All right, so that's why I said democracy faces new threats. Right. So when there are elections in the midst, right, political parties can, do crazy things, right? So these are some of the things I want you to think about. Of course, this is something I think, Ridwan, I believe you're going to talk a little bit more about the Copilot Wave 2.
Yep. You can just
No,
You
I'm
can
not,
breathe.
I'm not going to go into any depth. I just wanted to highlight that these are some of the latest current news that's being
Yep.
shared. All right. So Microsoft introduced the 365 Copilot or Copilot for Microsoft 365 this over a year ago. All right. That was wave one. So they're going through wave two. So they're introducing some new tech, like Pages, for example. So I've got a video here, but I'll let Ridwan go through it in a bit more detail because I think it's an interesting time and season, right? This being the new fiscal year for Microsoft that starts from July. So we are in what we call the quarter one, Q1, right? The end of Q1 coming, all right?
Hey everybody, Trevor Noah here, and today I'm coming to you from the Microsoft campus in Redmond, Washington. I'm meeting up with Saqib Sheikh. He is the creator of a revolutionary app called Seeing AI. Now, this technology essentially empowers people who have blindness or low vision by giving them detailed descriptions of their immediate environment just by using the camera that's on their smartphone. And so today, the question I have is, how can we use AI to empower people with disabilities to explore their world? You can't find answers without asking the right questions. This is The Prompt with me, Trevor Noah. Well, Saqib, it's really great meeting you, particularly because I'm obsessed with technology that not only helps people, but then also makes you ask the question, how did we not think of this before? How did you first have the idea for Seeing AI?
I lost my sight when I was 7. And I remember thinking, what would it be if you had something like a pair of glasses that would just describe what's happening around you all the time? And I sometimes imagine, what if I had a tiny friend on my shoulder looking around and whispering in my ear? That's the visual I go back to. So what if we could make that?
You're essentially using a camera as somebody's eyes, but how are you choosing which information is pertinent to them?
With Seeing AI today, we have a bunch of different channels. So we've sort of defined some of the most common tasks like reading or just knowing what's around them. The long-term vision really is that the AI is going to learn about you as a human and understand what information to give you. But until we get quite there, we also let the user, switch between these channels of information.
This is amazing. Well, if you're ready, I'm excited to try out the technology.
So I'm going to take a photo
Okay.
over on the side.
The image depicts a film or video production set outdoors. In the foreground, a man is holding a camera mounted on a stabilizer rig. To the left of him, another man is standing next to a large circular reflector or diffuser, which is mounted on a stand.
Hey, wait, I guess we're on camera. But if I want to get more info about this, describe the background of the image. And now it's like I'm having a chat with the AI.
There are several trees with green foliage, suggesting a park-like setting. Behind the trees, a modern building with reflective glass windows is visible. There are some outdoor structures, such as a gazebo or canopy, and various pieces of equipment related to the film or video production set.
I didn't even notice the little gazebo that it's talking about, and it's there. And then I didn't think about how reflective that building is, but it's there. In a way, it's almost painting a richer picture than you would almost naturally get.
As someone who's blind, you pay most attention to the things directly around you or that you can hear, whereas these kind of descriptions let you dig into those details.
How long did it take to train this data, or what data is it trained on to get to that point?
So we're using a lot of these large language models, and then we sort of do our own layer on top of that, where we're trying to instruct it on exactly how it should work for someone who's blind.
Oh, okay, so this would be great. I'd love to see what it sees.
The image shows two birdhouses mounted on black poles in a garden setting.
Oh, birdhouses.
This is wild.
The larger birdhouse has a circular entrance hole near the top. The birdhouse on the left is shorter and smaller. Surrounding the birdhouses are various green plants and bushes. The ground is covered with soil and some scattered leaves and debris.
That's so fun that it even describes the entrances to the birdhouses.
Yeah.
Just helps conjure up that image.
It seems like this is something that goes far beyond just the initial scope of the idea.
There's this idea of inclusive design where if you design for people who have the greatest need, that same technology is going to make its way into the mainstream and help everyone.
What does it really mean to somebody to have this type of technology?
I think the independence it can bring is really powerful, whether that is going through the mail and being able to separate them into piles for the family, putting your groceries away by scanning the barcodes and knowing what's in them. Maybe with a kid and you want to show them photos from the past.
Right.
Yeah, across all of life, it helps you be in the driver's seat.
That's what great technology should be doing.
Absolutely.
By the way, this is a Microsoft app, a phone app that all of you can download and start using. Isn't it amazing? Actually, you don't need to be blind to be able to take advantage of it, like what that guy was talking about, right? Sometimes we don't see everything, all right? And the app actually does pick up things that sometimes we miss, right? But I think for someone that is blind, it's amazing, right? That's what I believe AI is here to be, our personal companion, right? Personal assistant to help us in any way, every way possible. So that's pretty much it that I wanted to share this time around. All right. I'm going to pass you over to Ridwan, who's going to take you through, and I believe later Amar's going to jump in as well. So over to you, Ridwan. Thank you so much for the opportunity to share.
Thank you very much for joining today and sharing and opening the session. I believe one of the things that I want to share today about the recent news of Wave 2, right? So since last year, you've been noticing Microsoft is promoting a lot of Copilot, and early this year, all of the people able to use that without any restriction on the license. Along the way, Microsoft made a lot of improvement. Probably the small requests that you cannot see them. And finally now they put it inside a wave, right? So you can actually have a glimpse of what is coming. But the wave is basically is based on something that you probably if you are a Copilot user, you probably can see that this is a new features that's coming. If you are new, you haven't used Copilot before,
Ridwan,
you might have some answer. Yeah,
Ridwan,
Ma?
did you share the screen?
Or not yet?
Okay, sorry.
Okay. So let me just share my screen. I think for today, I will just go through some demos and show you guys. Let me just share my screen. Okay. So in summary, right? So these are the recent announcements that Microsoft did on the Wave 2. So there will be a Copilot pages whereby you can just go into the Copilot in Teams or in Office.com and just type a prompt, and finally it will generate some content as usual, but you can actually edit them in pages, right? It's like a public website that you can publish, right? And you can actually invite others to collaborate and maybe add some contents to the page. And in Excel, they had new features. Now you have XLOOKUP, pivot tables. Previously, they don't have it. And also you have the capability to do coding with Python. And then you have a narrative builder in PowerPoint. So you can have your own brand template and export to a PowerPoint, open it, and you ask the Copilot to use it. And they have other things as well, but these features all will be rolled out in stages. Some will be available by end of this month, and some will maybe next month or so. So I have tried to test almost I think half of it. The feature is not available, but I can show you some of it, right? So one of the things that I want to show today, right, you can actually go into the Microsoft YouTube videos here. They have all the the recent announcement, how does it work, and how you can actually utilize it later on, right? And I want to focus in these two, right? Copilot Studio and Copilot agents, right? So most of our demo did not really show this previously, so I want to show it today. So when you have the subscription, your Copilot subscription, you have the ability to create your own chatbot and publish them in any application, web-based, in Teams, in your own website. You can actually do that. So I want to show you how. So first, let me just cancel this one. Let me just zoom in a bit, make it bigger. Okay, first you just need to go to copilotstudio.microsoft.com, and then you can see now the interface. There's a changes in the interface. You can see Microsoft already predefined some of the templates for you to use, right? For example, you are creating a website Q&A, you are doing store operations, right? And that also you can actually even, just describe what you want to create, your own AI chatbot, right? And it will actually create for you. So I created one over here. So let me show you. For example, I just want to create a website Q&A, right? I just click. I can change the icon. I can change the description of my chatbot. I can change the instruction. And then you can see over here. Let me, yeah, just zoom. Yeah. So I can just change over here. You see, I can add the knowledge base over here. So I can add from any sources from online. Previously, it does not have this. You need to pay, and it will connect to a Bing search connector. But now it's already here predefined for you to use, and you can add other knowledge as well. So, for example, you can add even other website. Let's say you have your own website. You want to create facts, FAQ, or anyone that wants to understand about your product, right? You can actually add as a knowledge source, or you can even use a SharePoint as your knowledge source as well, right? So I don't know what happened. Suddenly my Teams restarted. Let me just share my screen again.
Yeah.
Maybe it just update and restart. Okay. So these are one of the recent announcements. So you have other enterprise data as your connector. For example, if you have Salesforce, you have SAP, right? Running online in cloud, you can actually have a connector and grab all the information over there. You can even use your CSV or any file share as long as you can reach them. So you can even upload some of the files. So I've created one. Let me just cancel this one. I just want to show you the one that I created. So I just go over here. I want to show you guys what are the settings that you can change. For example, over here, you can just go to settings. You can change the settings. How should your Copilot interact with people, right? You can use a classic, means try to build the response to trigger in phases, right? Or just use a generative AI to respond, right? So I prefer to use generative AI. And then how restricted the content moderation should be. So Microsoft allow you to actually change this. You want to be more creative, balanced, or precise, right? And then in terms of security, you can actually put a layer of authentication that you prefer, right? And then you have other over here. What are the preferences for people that actually want to use your Copilot, and you can actually rebuild all this and even add some entities. You have some voice. If you enable your chatbot to accept voice, right? Probably this is the option that you need to enable, and also supported languages. So if I go and add, so for this particular topics, there's a limitations of language that it can support. Probably if you create another Copilot, custom Copilot, so you have all this available for you to choose, right? Even Hindi or Indonesia, Japanese and Korean, Spanish, Thailand, right? all these language are available for you. And then in advance, it gives you insights of how many people actually use these applications, right? And then you can export the log. So just go back to the, just go back to the chatbot that I created, right? You can see from the left side, I can actually test the knowledge domain that I have inserted, right? So maybe please tell me more about Asia's tech, for example, cloud. And just enter. So I added our SharePoint as one of the knowledge domain to this particular chatbot. You see, it gives you, so I think probably it does not answer correctly, right? So, okay. Can you tell me more about technology? Yeah. So it gives you what are the answer to your question, and it also gives you some references, right? So you can see. Oh, sorry. How close? Go back to here. Okay. It gives you some references. Where are the file is, right? You can actually just click, and it will directly bring. This one is from the website, because we allow the knowledge domain to be from the Microsoft.com, right? So if it's from your on-prem, right? All these reference item will be your own slides, right? So, and then let's say you have all these settings ready, and you want to publish them, right? You can actually publish in Teams. Imagine that you already have the Office 365, and you want to build your own help desk, right? Like all the knowledge base and similar troubleshooting steps, right? You have all the information ready, and you can actually publish this particular chatbot into Teams. So whoever that wants to, block a case, they can just go into the Teams publish apps and just, use the AI to help them. So let me show you how to do that. So you can just you can go to the publish, and then you just click publish here, and then it will publish for you. So, and then if you want to publish in Teams or channel, right? You can just click the channel tab, and then you can actually click publish, and then you can see in the Teams channel there's a icon for you to use, right? So for authentication, let me just, okay. So I have published this, but let me just see if I can see them. No, probably need to wait a while for the to go here. Oh no, yeah. Oh no. So once you publish, you can actually see over here. So if I manage to see, and maybe I will share the screenshot to you guys. So that's how you can actually create your own chatbot and help you with your day-to-day tasks using AI, rather than paying for another solution. You can just use your own Copilot to use it, to use and help you with your daily activities. Yeah, Amal, you have anything?
Yeah, I just wanted to ask you one thing. Now, what is the difference between the Copilot, which is showing on the left above, and the one which we created a custom one?
Okay, this Copilot, the knowledge domain is entirely based on whatever that reside in your SharePoint.
Yeah.
Right? So it also based on your access level, right? but the one that you created, right, is
Mhm.
only focuses on certain parts and certain objective that you want to achieve. For
Okay.
example, like help desk, or maybe asking about financial matters, right? You have all the financial figures and statistic in one place. You can actually create them, create one AI chatbot, and the focus will be only that particular set of data.
Understand. Okay.
You also can publish online, means in your website. So that's the difference between this one.
Okay. So means one, obviously we are trying to do a customized Copilot with a set of data which can be helpful for us, right? And if
Yeah.
we interlink to an external website or something, that also the data can be reviewed here itself, you mean?
No.
Okay, which is, it is majorly from the intranet or individual user kind of, or to the organization limit, correct?
Which one? Which? I'm from. Sorry, I got confused.
Okay, so when you showed that website pin and other stuff, right? When we are creating custom one, correct? Now I see
Okay.
that option that I see already on the Teams, the Copilot U, which is separately designed, correct?
Oh, no. This one is actually this one is it is the
Oh, you're a
username.
user. Okay, got it. My bad. Yeah. That's where I was confused from that time. Okay, got it.
Let me I hide this one. People always got confused with this one.
Yeah. No issues, no issue. I understood now. I was a bit confused. Is it something custom created one? Okay. Yeah.
So once you publish, right, you can actually see it as one of the channels here. Probably I need to log in or use the apps.
Mhm.
So that is the way for you to use Copilot Studio. Right? So probably maybe the focus is not really on Copilot Studio. Uh, Most of the demo, right? So I just show you how you guys actually can use it.
Got it. Perfect. Thank you.
Sorry. So you can even publish in any of the website that you prefer. Right? So coming back, right? So to the library, yes, I want to show this before I hand it over to Amma. So Microsoft with their great achievement to the partners, right? They made available all this connector pre-built to you, so you don't have to hire someone to code, right? So for example, you want to directly connect to the MSN Weather, Zendesk, ServiceNow, all the famous connectors already pre-built and available for you to use. And you can even have others as well, right? Over here. So if you go back to create, so one of the wave 2 that is coming, it will allow you to actually create some of this one, the approval manager. You see, coming soon, and CV match. So probably HR will really like to use this. Means they have all the CV ready, and then they just connect to the particular folder, and this AI will actually help them to sort or probably just highlight which candidates have the better outstanding to get the job, something like that. So these are the recent wave 2 announcement that will be coming soon. uh yeah. So Microsoft, they don't really focus on technology. They try to humanize it and see what are the personas that can actually use to their benefits. So these are one of the features and recent announcement that I like to share. So I believe that's all from me today. Amma, you want to continue?
Yes. Yeah. Very
Okay.
interesting one. A lot of excitement stuff coming up, right?
Okay.
Lovely. Yeah. Good. Let me share my screen, guys. Please confirm me if you are able to see my screen.
Yes, yep.
Right. So as of now, we have been seeing multiple ways of using the Copilot in various applications, right? So I just wanted to give a glimpse exactly how we can able to get a better results when we start using Copilot in our day-to-day life. Okay, that's what I just wanted to look into. And to start with, very important thing is what is generally a copilot is it's basically a prompt based response to various requirements to us, right? So very important how the prompt can be better is basically if you consider your goal should be very clear when we are typing some message. Okay, what do you want to get a response from a copilot, because it will become based on your multiple prompts. Copilot being an AI digital solution, it learns your pattern as well. For example, here you see, I want a list of 3 to 5 bullet points to prepare me for a specific topic example, right? The same way, when we are considering this approach, we need to give the context to the subject, right? What is the goal we want to achieve? Basically, the bullet points of 3 to 5, specifically for an upcoming meeting, which actually helps the current state, which can be helpful for the taking the data from the archival and give us the right set of information, which is an expectation, right? This is the 2 3 areas which actually in every prompt we should consider to give a better outcomes when we start using Copilot. Okay. Now for the today's scenario, okay, what I will try to do is I will try to take one important scenario. The one is basically considering of a financial spreadsheet. Okay. So I'll come back to this here. Now take an example. There is a finance professional example. He wants to analyze the data of multiple campaigns which he has been running across as a marketing person. He wants to analyze the data and understand the performances. Okay, that is something which I would like to see on the live based on the right set of prompts. Okay, let me just share my screen back to you. Yeah. So for this Excel sheet, okay. Now you see this Excel sheet is just maximum of 13 lines and multiple columns, right? Now you see here, this is nothing much detail what I have. It is just a reference of a simple information. I have opened this Excel sheet, a sample file, which even officially Microsoft has given, where you can able to download and use this across, okay. This is where the files are to get a practice. Okay, this is a page which is a part of learn.microsoft.com. Accordingly, I'm also following and learning all this stuff. Okay, now the first important thing, I have very simple data, right? Now, based on the financial profile person who wants to analyze the data, the view of this data can be totally differentiated. Okay, now to start with, what I will try to do is I just use on the right side top a symbol called Copilot in my Excel. This is my Excel. Till day before yesterday, it was on a preview, by the way. Now I see it is no more preview. In India, it took almost like 15-20 days delay than the Malaysia region. That is where one of the important thing is, right? Now, I wanted to just simplifiedly understand uh, by each campaign example, how is the performance? Okay, further, the first question what I would like to give is create a pivot table to analyze the total revenue generated by each campaign type. Okay, and before I give this prompt, let me give you a little history here, right? In the Excel sheet, what all the things we can able to do with the Copilot, right? One, you can ask Copilot to suggest a formula based on your requirements. Okay, it understands your data and tries to create the charts. Okay, you can able to give an instruction which can help actually to highlight specifically like a formatting, like conditional formatting based on different patterns. Okay, now when you see on the right side on the below, based on the Excel sheet already, it is giving me some suggestions as well, right? But for today's demo, what I will do is I just wanted to go step by step. What I'm trying to do now is I'm just choosing the data what is available, which is like a 13 line items. I'm just asking it to analyze the total revenue generated by each campaign type. So now you see here the campaigns are almost 3 or 4 here, right? 3. Digital marketing, brand marketing, custom experience, right? All this stuff. So I'll just give this prompt to Copilot and let's see what it comes. So it is looking into the data, whichever is already there in this Excel. I'm just taking a simple data sheet, which gives little uh, clearer approach for us, right? Now you see, it has created a pivot. Okay. Now, obviously, a question comes to all of us that was what's new in it, right? It's very simple, correct? Now, look at the scenario. You have been focusing on multiple things and you wanted to just look into it in a short term, you just wanted to go on the go, you want to try it, then it makes sense, right? Now, when it analyzed it, it is giving a option to you to add it to the new sheet, right? Now, let me zoom it. What it has done is it has derived the total data and added that data of a pivot formula to a simplified sheet, which I had given a permission to add this into the Excel sheet. Okay. Now, what I will do is I will try to do one more action. What I will try to do is I will say to Copilot that was now you have created a pivot, right? Can you create a pivot table analyzing the revenue generated by each campaign type? Create a chart in chart 2 to visualize this data. Means whatever the pivot it has created, I want to see that in a visual format. It is like a chart kind of a design. Okay. I'm just giving a hint to it. Now you see this? Now, if you observe the first prompt versus the second prompt, right? What did I do? The first prompt, I said, please just create a pivot. Okay. Now I added that into a sheet 2. But when I gave into the second one, I clearly called up and said that please add a chart in the sheet 2 because already I had created a pivot, right? Now, this is where the flexibility comes in. When I click add to new sheet, it directly gets into this with the pivot. Right now, we have all the flexibility again here by just selecting example, this table, the format which has been given, right? I want to change the design. I have full rights. Okay, I can just do this. If not, I want to change the formatting. I can do that. Okay, if I want to change exactly what we generally do, the same things we can do. For example, if I want to change the row and column data, I can do, right? This is very, very simple step which is able to generate, right? Now, the third prompt which I would like to give is calculate the total revenue generated by each campaign, right? Earlier was more of a campaign type, and but each campaign means the name of the campaign. That is what I wanted to see. Let me just ask this question. Calculate the total revenue generated by each campaign type. Correct. Now I want to continue a little more details. I will say that, can you please help me out to understand the total ROI for this campaign, for each campaign? Let me see, what will it come? Okay. Now, this is where the magic comes in, right? Obviously, it is I'm allowing it to create an ROI ROI line items directly into this. Okay. The good point here is it is giving me a reference that how the ROI calculation have been happening. So for example, what is that it said is total revenue divided by the budget minus 1. That's the percentage. That's the formula it has used, right? And it has created a ROI calculation for the total data which is available for an analyst. Okay. Now what I will try to do is this looks very good. However, I would like to ask you to calculate ROI for each campaign type. So ROI was earlier was what we have selected was mainly for each campaign. Okay. Now I'm asking for each campaign type, means segregating specifically by getting into more depth of it. Okay. Let me just click on it. Yes, because the data which I selected was not clear. Let me try one more time. Okay. So looks like the data I selected does not have a right prompt. Okay, then I will try to create a chart that shows which campaign was most effective at the engaging users. Okay, now you see this is one of a column here, total number of users targeted, total number of users engaged. Okay, now I'm asking it to show it in a chart format. One second, somehow the data is not. Okay, this is where.
Amma, you need to select the
Sheet.
you go to the sheet number 1.
Yeah, this
You
data.
select the data first. Then
I
try.
did. I did. I did. Let me see
Oh,
one more.
is it? Okay.
Sometimes, it takes little time. I think,
Okay, now it's working.
yeah. Obviously, I can able to add this into a new sheet where I can see the pivot, taking it in a different format, right? But I was looking at for a different kind of data sheet example. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
What I will try to give a prompt here is the type of chart isn't what I was looking at it. Okay, but please create a chart that shows the relationship between total users targeted and the total users engaged. I'm trying to understand between these two. Okay, let me just try one more time. So earlier, these kind of a prompt actions, what I'm trying to give here, used to be a job of a 2 or 3 different persons to analyze from the marketing.
Yeah, true,
Now
true.
with the Copilot and the expertise onto the data, which is making our life little very easier. And if you see here, this is one of
Yeah.
chart type, right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if I want to, I have a full freedom, right? For example, if I want to just change it to a different combination, it's done. For understanding a data, it used to be a huge task earlier, correct? But now with the Copilot, understanding the data, getting the insights, creating a valuation becomes so much easier. Okay, and on this simplified data, if I'm able to do this much, right? So how can just imagine if you have thousands or lakhs of data line item, how much it can be saving your time. Correct. Now, I wanted to give one more prompt. Identify the top performing campaigns based on the revenue generated. See, understand the concept, right? The Excel looks very small lines, but number of variety of a data information as a financial analyst or a financial individual person, he can able to derive the information, right? This is
Yep.
something an individual person's job, which is helping us to save our productivity on day-to-day basis.
Yes, all using natural language, right? You just need to type and it will do all the rest for you.
Correct. Now you see it clearly called out. Now I'm just adding that into the sheet. What is it saying is the February email West is something which has created a huge revenue for me. This is how day-to-day basis this Excel Copilot helps a lot. Now, especially with the new announcement, maybe in post few of the next activity sessions, we will try to show more demos, right? But in the Copilot, now Microsoft is bringing Python, the coding developers backend tool, generally we call, right? The data science kind of a tool coming into the Excel sheet. So think of your existing utilization tool like an Excel becoming more and more stronger, right? This is something very innovative, which we never imagined that is coming to our hands on the PCs where we can able to use it, right? So let me just try to take one more scenario. We have time, right? Another 5-10 minutes with one.
Yes, please. Please
Okay.
do.
So what I will try to do is I'll take one more scenario. Again, I'm taking these examples from Microsoft official websites only. Okay, so here what I'm trying to do is taking one more example, creating a financial analysis report using Microsoft 365 Copilot in the Word application. Okay, so this is something where I'm taking a reference of one simple sheet, okay, where I have already data available. Now, this is my data. This is part of my Word file. Okay, let me delete my existing campaigns. The similar prompts, whatever I have used, I can able to use this here as well. If not, let me close this and let me download the latest ones here. Yeah, so I'm just using a simple Word file. Okay, now by using this, I'm trying to use this Word file for a various things for analyzing the total report. Okay, for that I have certain prompts here already which I have copied. And what is my way of looking into it, right? What is my job here? So what I'm trying to do here, now I'll just go to Copilot here. I'll say that I'm the director of financial so and so. Okay. Based on the analysis report, which provides in the given this thing, include the following reasons and create an executive report kind of, right? I'll just say, give a detailed information. Now you see this data. This is generated based on my OneDrive files, whatever I have downloaded in this page. Okay, there are multiple files which I kept. This is all my data. Based on this reference, it is picking up the data and giving me the summarization of it. Now I can just copy this, just show you quickly. This is the total data which generated. Okay, now what I will do in a little bit different detailed form, I'll try to convert that into a better way for maybe a number bullet format. Okay. I'll say that just convert this into a table format. Okay, let's try this. What happens? So I can just copy it and just paste it. This is one way which I can use it. Okay. Now what I will do is I'll take a fresh document example. Okay. Word file. I'll give the similar prompt directly onto my Copilot from here itself. What I will do here is I'll say to refer the file, this file, okay, and ask it to generate. So basically, based on your file, existing file, it reads the entire information and create what exactly you want to look for as per your designated workload or as per your designated works, whichever is there, right? Now, I will say that I just wanted to convert this into a bullet format, table of bullet list format. Okay. Now already you see this is a data which is like a text-based design, right? Most of it, right? I want to convert it into a bullet format. So it is giving me a right approach because based on my work or my approach, what is my goal which I want to do and what is my achievement which I am looking at, based on that, the prompts will be differentiated. Now this data, it is created. Now the good important point is I have the draft in two formats already here. You see this below? 1 of 2 and 2 of 2, right? Now I want to convert this into a format like a data analysis section, which is like a table format example. Okay, I just say, let me just try this. This is my third way to look into the data. Campaign type analysis or a data analysis, general reference of a data. or top performance campaigns, all this stuff, right? Now, the beauty of this is I have all the drafts. 1 version, 2 version, 3 version. I can keep whichever I want, okay? Now I say one more prompt I will try to give. In the table of data, in the data analysis section, which is here, okay, please remove the heading columns. I'll just say this. Yeah. So if you see the versions here, everywhere there is a different approach. Everywhere it is giving a different clarity of information, right? And the last thing I will say that in my recommendation sections, display the items in order of the importance, starting with the most important item based on the data. Okay. Now let me just try to give this prompt. This is the recommendations. Okay. Optimizing the budget allocation, increasing the investment with the high ROI campaigns, enhancing the customer engagement strategies, re-evaluating the underperformance campaigns. These are all variety of things from each file I can able to extract the multiple thought processes. This is very, very differentiative comparing to before, right? For doing this job, for a director generally used to have a 3 or 4 people. Now, director can directly focus on the outcome approach and take the benefits from the individuals from a different level aspect. Means the time of the productivity is almost like saving 50-60% of it, right? Now, the other important point is I have a full control which version I want to keep. That's it, right? This is something very differentiative. I have been using it for certain times. Okay. I would seriously urge most of individuals to just practice this when you get a chance with your Copilot. This is a page where you can able to learn different skills for different use cases, which actually can help you out to improve your productivity on a day-to-day basis. And how to simplify the Copilot in Microsoft 365 is very, very simple, right? If you want to create something new, you can able to use this on Word, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, OneNote, and Loop. Okay. If you want to summarize, you can use certain applications like Word, Outlook, or PowerPoint, or OneNote, or Loop. You want to use it for a communication purpose, use it in Outlook or OneNote, Teams, or Viva, or engage in the Loop, or everything, right? So all these 5 things are the one is like a pillars for the Copilot for Microsoft 365. Okay, so there are certain important scenarios which is freely available from Microsoft Learn, right? This is a page where you can able to see empowering your workforce with Copilot. When you go to this page, right, it gives various scenarios. Okay, for an executive use case example, or the salesperson, how they can use for a day-to-day activities, or for the IT cases, and everything has an exercise built in. It is just not an information. You can do a hands-on. A marketing use or a financial use, HR use, operations, or a challenge use, anything, right? This is how Microsoft is not just developing a technology, it is just giving you all the alternate also to you to prepare yourself and start using it and save your time for a day-to-day usage. Yeah, I think with this, I'm done with my demo. Ridwan, over to you.
Yeah, thank you, Amma. Just one last thing before the end, right? I just want to show the. Okay, so just now I created the Copilot, right? Your own Copilot chatbot. I forgot to mention, right? You can actually add some action. For example, you want to, get some information from the Excel sheet, or maybe create a new Excel sheet, and even send out email, right? Even update roles, and you can actually create your own flow, right? So I managed to add the Copilot that created into Teams channel. So for example, this is the normal Copilot. And then if I publish it, then I will have one application over here. Let's assume this help desk, IT help desk, right? So you can just open it and you can ask all the question based on the knowledge source that you have decided, right? So it can actually help you, right? Maybe, uh, you know, trim down some of the common cases that you have, or some of the common question, right? So these all are part of Copilot license. Once you have the license, you can do all the things that Amma just showed just now, and including creating your own unlimited Copilot, your own chatbot, AI chatbot that you want to create. Right. So it's up to your imaginations, up to your how you want to use it. Microsoft does not put any limit to it. So we are happy you guys able to join today. I think we have about 8 people, 9 people today. So hopefully you guys can join tomorrow. AI is fun and coming session as well. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
There is a question, Ridwan, something in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Read it out. Can I create a chatbot that only answers like Mickey Mouse and present it like a pro?
Okay. Yes, you can have a knowledge domain configured to the Copilot to exactly answer your queries, but present it like a pro is still we don't have that feature at the moment. Yeah. So no copyright to Disney. Yeah, it will give you reference. Where's the information coming from? All right. Thank you.
Yeah, correct. It's like a pro bit.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, bye.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Good night. See you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.